everyone, it's Diane back from Tattered Edges Design, and I am making tickets today to put in these Christmas ephemera packs I've been mentioning. And let me say too, I'm sure there's other women who have done this, or men too, I'm sorry. But I first saw this on the Cat Hand YouTube channel, which I will try to find that video and link it in my description area there. But anyway, I've got these ready to go, and I was going to do this last one just to show you guys. I've got some real tickets here. They're about 1 inch by 2, more or less. They're all kind of similar. A little shorty one. I want 1.25 inches, which, you know, is fine. I just thought because I'm decorating them, 1 inch was awfully narrow. So I don't know. That's what I did. I mean, 1 inch probably does look a little more realistic, but anyway, then you just accordion fold it up, so 2 inches, you know, you can measure this out. As you can see, Diane is not. And just keep accordion folding. I think, you know, we all know how to do that. Whether we all know how to do it straight is another question. And this is just white cardstock. Not real heavy, but it's not paper. You could probably use anything you want, including paper. Like this one is, well, that's heavier than I thought it was. This one here, this one. This is just like a paper. What is that even from? Newport, Connecticut. Anyway, I kind of wanted ivory or off-white cardstock, but of course I don't have any, so I had to go with white. And I'm just going to cut that tail off. And there we go. Now Cat, I don't know her real name, has one of those bigger crocodile kind of things, which this certainly is not. So if you have one of those things, you can nip your corners all at once. I don't think I can do that with this. See, so you get the, I don't know what you call those little divots that look like a ticket. So I'm just going to do a couple. Well, I don't need a garbage can. This has got, yeah. This is a different one, but I had one years ago that it was all metal, but it had one of these little covers on it, and I didn't even know that the first time I used it, so I'm being really careful going over a garbage can, and it's like, oh, I didn't need to do that. Anyway, you just take the corner out. You probably can't see that. And I've never done this way before. I've made individual ones, but not a strip. So this is going to be Adventureland for all of us. Oh, so that did fall out. This works pretty well. I guess the ends are done too. Okay, that's actually pretty neat. Fairly even. Alright, so for the, you know, where they meet, most of them, like this is just faux lines there. It's not really, well, it is perforated. These are perforated. These probably, yeah, these were too. You don't have to do that, but it is kind of cool. She used a rotary tracing tool for sewing, which of course I don't have that either. So I thought I was just going to poke it with an awl, which I do have. So I've just got a dumb foam book here, so it doesn't, you know, poke through. And let's see, where are we? Now, if this looks dumb, we're gonna have to pause. It's okay, but yeah, it's easy to go crooked. If you have one of those rotary tools, I think I would recommend it. And if I'm going to do a lot of these, I think I'll buy one. It's okay. It's like I said, it's crooked, but it's not bad. All right, I'm going to pause and do that and chomp the corners of these, and then I will be back. And it dawned on me as I was punching the second set, my sewing machine. So I took the thread out and ran it through my sewing machine. Pretty easy. I don't know if different sewing machines are different. I had my, obviously I took the thread out. I had it set on a number 2 stitch, which for my machine is about midway. But that worked really well. And then as you can see, I put most all these tickets have a border around. So I went ahead and did that, and I used red mainly because it's Christmas, but a lot of these are red anyway. And I use this set. So I was going to point out, yes, it was tedious and time consuming, and I did one bloop, so I'll just have to camouflage that somehow. But otherwise it was fine. And I do intend to vintage these up with ink and stuff, but I think I'll do that at the end. So the fun part now, I guess, is decorating. And I've got Christmas paper in another charming box. And yes, it's a lot. Oh, I hear you gasping out there. But I used to make a lot of cards, so of course you have to make Christmas cards. I don't do that so much anymore, but... And that being said, I don't buy Christmas paper really too much anymore, if at all. But some of these images, like that's pretty cool. I thought the sizes might work out. Oh, and someone's backing up down my street. Can you hear the beeping? So that we pull some, and then maybe I'll fussy cut off camera. These are cute. Maybe that. A lot of these smaller images, though, are a little more, modern, cutesy, which doesn't really go with my theme, but we're going to make it work. This might be something. These are cute. I've done a lot of things with those. They're cute. Well, that's probably enough to start with. Alright, like I said, I'll fussy cut off camera. No one wants to watch me do that. And in case you guys are going to play along, there's some little deer. Oh, candy cane. You could look for little images in magazines. Old magazines might be nice. December issues. I thought postage stamps would work well too. But since I just put postage stamps on my, talk Diane, Christmas tags, I didn't want to overdo that. I've got a few rubber stamps, a very few. This was a set from a thrift store, as was this. And I'll admit, this doesn't work all that well. I mean, as you could tell, it's intended for kids. It tends to, you get the borders down, the ink, but that's all I've got for rubber stamps. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. And before I leave you, or you leave me, I was going to, they all have numbers. And I've got a bigger rubber stamp here. This is Office Depot. It's relatively new. So I just put a random number on there. Oh, X. I don't think we want that. Okay. And I think I've got a ticket thing here I made, just sort of, it was the first one I did for myself, just to kind of goof around with. So I want to stamp on that to see how wide this is going to be. Let me get a little paper here in case we go off edges. I don't want to get on my counter. Not that it won't come out, but then you have to clean it. Let's see if that's going to fit or if it's too big. Oh, it fits if you get it centered. Okay. Okay. See that? Well, let's straighten up our numbers a little bit. They're kind of crooked. So I suppose I should do this in like chronological order, shouldn't I? You know, I should be clever and put like Christmas, shouldn't I? Like 12/25 or something. Alright, I'm going to goof around with that. You don't have to watch me stamp or fussy cut. And I will be back when that's done. Okay, we're back. And we have some splaining to do. Well, number one, it's raining and thundering out. And number two, I've got a family member practicing their either trombone or baritone. I don't know what they grabbed. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. You know, I'm doing these videos at home and I just can't wait for perfect circumstances or I'll never make a video. So anyway, I stamped 12, 25, 20 on all of them. If I was just making these for everyday ticket use, I probably would do a sequence, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. But I thought since these are, you know, all for Christmas, that's okay. And then I ran into a problem with the numbers kind of big. I didn't get them super close to the border. So on these, most of the images I cut out, gee, it covers it up. I mean, there's a couple that are okay. So I kind of thought, well, if I'm kind of covering them anyway, what if I just try to make it look like more like I'm collaging on top of an old ticket, not so much, you know, this is part of the original ticket design. So that being said, I decided I better make the underneath look more tickety or something in some way. So I pulled out, whoops, birdie flew away. I pulled out, it's a Finnabar, I don't know how they say it, rubber stamp. It's a small one, but it looks sort of like a receipt on the bottom there, or some kind of accounting, something like that. So I left the last one here so I can show you guys. And I just stamped on it, but I did mask off, and I didn't bother to actually cut a perfectly fitted mask. But I just masked off the border because I wanted to leave it, which you don't have to do that either. And then I just totally random stamped. So let me stamp this off a little bit. So that's how I got that background action going there. And I think that is going to look better for this. You know, if I do this again and, you know, might put the numbers in a different place or on the edge. Some of them are on the edge. And then you'd have more room there to do more of a collagey thing. But that's that. And I fussy cut some scrapbook things. I have some, these are pretty old. You know, like those collage sheets, I guess you can still get them. That's scrapbook paper. I bought these on eBay many years ago. These are little inchy things. Those are kind of big too. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. These are vintage old Christmas seals. They're like the gummed things. Those might work. I picked those up at a thrift store. That, and I do have the rubber stamps, and I grabbed, this is a 1-inch punch, and I thought, would it, some of them need, like, let's just try, this is just lightweight scrapbook paper. If you had, we'll just leave that off. You know, like, would that do something to give a little anchor to an image? More so than just that. Maybe in some cases. I don't think that needs it. But I have that. So actually I kind of like that. I think I'll just glue that right on. And too. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But do you want some off a little bit? Or is that, the faux ticket people are going to come and get me? It has to be on. I don't know. But I kind of like that car there. Except I think we'll put him at the end so he doesn't look like he's driving off into Nowheresville. And I haven't thought much ahead either. I mean, is that it? Is that what I'm going to do? Do I want sequins or, I don't know, some punch snowflakes or... Because, these real tickets, I can see them in there, they're fairly plain. Yeah, I never thought too you could put, like this one has 60 cents. Could stamp an amount on it. That might be kind of neat. I like that. Oh, I don't know. See, like this bunny is awfully big. Oh, that's cute though. Alright, he can go down. Some smallish wrapping paper images might work too. That's an idea. Or you could even, see, now his ear's up a little bit. I think that's okay. We got schmutz on him. I'm sorry, Bunny. Did we schmutz on you? I forgot what I was saying. I don't know. The schmutz threw me off. Oh, about just what you could do on it. If you're not doing, specific holiday or something, I think it's just like, this is actually kind of cool. You could just totally stamp like a center amount or something and be done. But Diane's not done. Oh, I don't know. I guess we want a variety on these. That would cover up that's that one lousy corner I did. Let me grab my ink. I forgot now if I said in another video, this is always walnut stain, unless I mention something else. It's walnut stain. Or could even put him, that's kind of neat. And I will say, in case you've never done anything like this, don't think just because it's small it's going to be a real quick project, because that's not usually the case. I used to make a lot of inchies, which is 1 inch by 1 inch collages, and you would think that's small, they go really fast and make a million of them. But I found I was hunting around for small stuff to put on them much more than large ones. Not that I'm poo-pooing the inchy process, but it was not that necessarily quicker. That necessarily quicker? I don't know, is that a sentence? Figure it out. Now that's kind of fun. Do we want a second one on there? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't fussy cut nearly enough to do all these, and I'm certainly not going to do all these in front of the camera. We'll be here forever. But do at least one. Alright, what else do we have to offer here? Well, we haven't used one of these yet. Kind of like the angel next to the child there. Let's see, these are kind of just cheapy, dumb old well, they're not dumb, I'm sorry, but cheapy old stickers. They're not centered too well, so I'm going to trim around. It's amazing. You think these are probably from the 60s or 70s, maybe 70s. And somebody had them for that long sitting in a drawer or something, and then finally they went, oh, phooey, I'm giving it to the thrift store. I'm never going to use these. And Diane went, oh, those are cool. You know, you could put little words on too. I've got, here, hang on a minute. I've got somewhere in my Christmas box, and the lights are flickering. That's all we need. Little Christmas text. There we go. Which most of it's probably too large, but it's just an envelope. Yes, I don't have these big fancy storage things. I don't have time or money for that. That I actually that's off my printer. It's the vintage typewriter font, and I made a sheet of them one time because I needed, you know, you can find stuff in magazines and stuff, but sometimes, like, yeah, that's like a little large, and or maybe it doesn't say exactly what you want. So I made a sheet one time. Yeah, these are all kind of big. I should print that sheet out again, shouldn't I? Yeah. It's this one. Oh, well, that's awfully yellowed though for these. It's out of an old book. Alright, well, I've got this one. I'll trim it a bit so it's not so big. So now this one's going to totally obscure the date stamp I did, right? I think I'm going to take the exclamation point off that. I don't think we need that on an angel image, and I'm getting this crooked. And I know I'm probably out of frame, but I'm trying to hit my garbage can so these little tiny pieces don't wind up who knows where, and I'm never going to pick them up. Okay, oh, there's one. Well, it's kind of cute. Is it too lined up though? Should put it a little off like the elf guy. Okay. And no, I am not going to lick the back of these old gummed sticker seal things. Probably tasted terrible back then. Well, this is going fairly fast. We've only got one more on the sheet. I've got 5 total, which, like I said, I'm not going to do all of these on camera. Due to popular request, we're not doing them all on camera. Maybe this one needs a star sequin on top. That might be cute. Alright, remind me of that. Okay, well, didn't use an ornament thing yet. That's nice. Actually, I kind of like that just by itself. Then you can see that. Alright, I'm going to do that. And I know I said I was going to ink the edge of these, which I guess I still will do, but if you're not an inker and all this, I mean, it doesn't really need it. They don't. But I think I'm going to. And that being said too, I'm leaving the back blanks. That doesn't make any sense either. The back blank. All right, Diane, wake up. But some of them, if you want to get really into it, they'll have something like that on the back. I think the rest of these were plain. Oh, no, that's got something. You can read that. It's upside down. Just shows you how well I can see it. Not transferable, valid only from blah, blah, blah. If you've got some sort of stamp that says something like that, or even just some little text thing, that might be kind of fun. I'm going to nip that corner off, but it's still wet, so I'm not going to do that right now. But let's ink around. You know what, let me take, here's that one I just did, I said like an extra one just to goof around with and see. Let's see what that's going to look like with the white. Alright, if this had something on it, just, that's dumb, but just, do we like that better than white? Yeah. Okay. For you people that were voting for the leave it alone, I apologize. Oh, and here comes some sort of siren going by. Although the rain has let up. I'll probably do it on the edges. Yeah, I think that's better. I suppose it's just a matter of taste, but to me it looks better. And most of the other ephemera I have going in these packs looks vintage, so it'll match better. All right. You see that? Isn't that kind of fun? Well, do you guys want to see some more, or should I move on by myself? I'll do a couple. This is, it's new. Well, new, 5-10 years ago. I got it from, I think it was scrapbook.com. And don't ask me what the maker was. But it was just these little sheets, and I think they might have been called inchies. And they're really cute. I don't think they make them anymore. I'm kind of disappointed in that. Oh, here's part of it. It's on recycled paper, made in the USA. Product code there. But they're cute. Santa. Let's see what that would look like. Oh, that's too big. And she's cutting out of frame again, which I admit is really a kind of unprofessional looking, but I think we all know how to use scissors, don't we? Yeah, that's okay. Okay, we're getting glued. Get this out of the way. These are like a cardstock too. And yes, they are sort of shiny, which I know some people don't like. They're not really matte, but it's okay with me. I think I will ink this edge. Yeah, I've got washi tape here too. I could use that, couldn't I? Though I don't know. It seems the ones I did before didn't need it. It's nice. Okay, moving along. Whoops, get back. Well, Better not pout. Oh, better not cry. Sorry. What's this one? Oh, I have that circle we punched too. Do something clever with that. Doesn't really stand out. It's okay. Maybe that needs one of these stamps on it. I don't know if they're too big. This one, it says Merry Christmas. It's actually kind of nice for being a cheap foamy thing set. Let's try it. Kind of not dead center, is it? Yeah, this is going to be a little tricky. And I'm willing to bet it's not going to work. It's okay. It's okay. It should be up, but you know what? It's okay. Here, I'll try it once more and we'll take the better of the two. Okay, so get it up and to the left. No? I don't know if there is a better of the two. Actually, yeah, that one, because we're going to put something over it anyway. Okay, let me stamp this off over here. Just a scrap paper. And that'll be okay. We'll thread from somewhere. Want to ink around? Can't really hurt it, right? Oh, I don't know. If there was a way I could hurt it, I probably would. So actually, too, when you make these, there's no law that says you have to leave them together. As a matter of fact, in that cat hand video I mentioned, she tore hers apart to work on one, I think. So you could do that to use them or whatever. You could, you know, take off as many or few as you want. Which way do I want this to go? Looks like it goes this way. And to anyone that maybe buys one of my kits, you can do the same thing. You can rip them off and use them to decorate a journal any way you want, or you could even, which is probably going to be too long for a journal, but you know, maybe use 4 across a border, make a belly band or something. That would be fun. All right. How about one more right now? It's nice. Should we just do like this one just had one ornament on it? Should we just do that? Middle? Over here? How about over there? Because there's not so much stamping there. Alright, gang, I am going to continue on by myself, see how far I get, and come back. Okay, we are about ready to wrap up here. So I forget when, I think we did this one first, didn't we? Yeah. And I did nip off the corner of him. And you may notice I rubber stamped a number on the edge of all of these. There was room. And I just thought once they're torn apart, you know, you look at them like this, it looks like a lot, but if you just look at one, they could, you know, I thought the number on the end was fine. So I just have I don't know if I ever showed this one, in a estate sale or garage sale, rubber stamp that's loose, and the last set of numbers ripped off, broke off, but it's fine. So it only stamps 3 numbers instead of 4. But I did do them in succession, like 520, 521, 522. But here's this. There's washi tape back there. That's the only one that got washi. And this one. Some of these collage sheet people I did cut around, which I thought worked out well. I liked that look. And this one. And this one. Cute. But yeah, I'm very happy with these. They were fun. I see more tickets in my future. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. It was a nice project. Maybe it inspired you to do something like that. But anyway, thanks again and have a nice day out there.